Good morning, guys. It's Leslie at Inskeep Acres. Heading out to do morning chores. Check on all the babies. So we have a Pawnee has kidded, Treble has kidded. Then we had Fergie the other day and Cupid yesterday. So we've had 9 total babies. Good morning, Kane. 7 live. Kane, move! I cannot walk through you. Good morning, ladies. Good morning, guys. Cupid's baby's looking good. What? It's the doeling laying down and the buckling standing. Fergie's babies. Doeling eating, buckling back behind her. Get her. And then we'll go over. There is Trebles, Pawnee's buckling in the middle, and a Pawnee's doeling. I had to kind of add this little makeshift pen in here to separate the older kids because my kidding stalls are occupied. We'll check Karma. Her due date is today. So we'll see how close to that she is. Yes, I will milk you, ladies. You have to be patient. And we will go find Moscato. She was laying out here. She is the only other one that's due now, laying on the other side of the hay feeder. Hi, Rosie. Can I sneak through here? Oh, you're beating up Classy. Goodness. Hi, Moscato. How are you doing? She's still got ligaments. And after Moscato and Classy, or Moscato and Karma go, Latte is due on the 25th, and Classy is due on the 26th, I believe. Pretty sure that's their dates. All right, I'll go back in and get to doing chores. Last year with our kids, we battled a horrible battle with coccidia. We actually lost several kids, and it was a mess. So this year I'm changing up our, I guess, treatment plan, preventative, I guess is probably a better word. And we're going to use Calf Pro this year. And you give 1 cc for every 5 pounds. That was the information that I could find from anybody that uses it for goats. From starting at 1 week of age until 4 months of age. So it's a little bit of a pain. It's a daily thing. But they say that once the kids get used to it, I mean, they come up to you and get it. A lot of people are bottle feeding their kids, so they're just mixing it in the bottles, which makes it super easy for them. We don't bottle feed unless we absolutely have to. So the ones that were dam raising said that they just give it by syringe. They said once the kids get used to it, they come up to you every morning basically for their dose, and they're on their way. So I just got this in yesterday, so obviously I couldn't start it at 1 week of age, but we're going to weigh a Pawnee's 2 and Trebles 1, see what they weigh, figure out their dose, and go ahead and start them today. A Pawnee's kids are almost 3 weeks, and Trebles is just under 2 weeks. So we'll see what they weigh, give them their first dose, and see how it goes. Oh, I should probably set this up here where they can't knock it over. And they're down in the kid lid. Who's gonna go first? Rise and shine. Oh, we'll go with the first one. A Bonnie's Joe. You know, you were taking a nap, huh? I'm sorry. And once they get their dose, I'll go ahead and put them out. They can go back with their moms. So since we separate them at night, once they hit 2 weeks of age, I'll only have to actually kind of chase them down that first week. Then once they hit 2 weeks, they're all going to be together in the same pen. They'll get their dose, and then they go back out with the herd. So we're going to tear this. I think I'm going to have to start using the sling on you guys. You're getting too big for my bucket. Relax, lady. You're going to fall out the backside. Yeah, you're getting too big for my bucket. Hey, hey. There you go. Relax a second. Just relax. She is 5.8 pounds. So she's going to get just barely over a cc. See what your brother is. Relax. I don't think he might be longer than her, but he's not as thick as she is. Get the front legs in, bud. Oh. Nope. You gotta stay still. He's 5.65. So again, just a hair over 1 cc. Oh. Try to get Treble's dough out of here. The other two are on top of the kid lid, so I can't just tip it up and pick her up out of it. I bet she's going to be even bigger than they are. Scale on so it tears out. I do have, I think it's like a lamb sling for weighing them. I'm going to have to start bringing that out now that they're too big for the bucket. It works great for kids, but not for... Oh, you got your butts too heavy, lady. Put your butt down in. Sit down. No. No. She's about 7'4". So she's going to get about 1.5 cc's. Put her bucket up. And so a Bonnie's dough is going to be just a hair over 1 cc. There's a little bubble in there. Just a little more. I don't know if this is supposed to taste good for them or what. It must if they say that they start coming up to you for it. Yeah? Was that okay? We'll dose Bonnie's buckling. Got just barely a hair over a cc. Hold on. Yeah, is that pretty good? Their disbudding spots are looking pretty good. About 1.5 cc's for Treble's doling. She is getting big. was that? Pretty good? Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and let them out with their moms. I am going to leave this gate closed because if the big goats get in here, they'll have this whole thing just pushed all over the place. I think I might be able to get Fergie and her twins out today, move Cupid and her two over, and then the kids could have this pen back. But if I have two more due, more than likely I'm going to need that pen again shortly. So that's our plan for hopefully not dealing with coccidia this year. We are going to weigh Fergie's kids and Cupid's kids just to see kind of where they're at. I did notice while I was milking this morning that Fergie's kids don't seem like they're getting enough to eat. I think the doeling is eating pretty much what she wants, and the buckling is being left with nothing. I don't think Fergie is producing enough milk yet to make both of them happy. So we're going to weigh them. I know her buckling the other day when I weighed him, I think yesterday, had not gained. He had stayed at the same weight. He didn't lose weight, but he didn't gain. And I have a feeling today that he still is not going to have gained much, if anything. So until she can start producing a little bit more to keep both of them happy, I most likely will end up supplementing them. I'm not going to pull them and completely bottle feed them. I'm going to leave them with her. They can eat what they want from her, and I will just bring a bottle out, you know, try to do multiple times a day, 2, 3, 4 times. We'll see how much they eat, and just give them a little bit extra to make sure that they're getting more than enough until hopefully she starts producing enough to keep up with them. She's a first freshener. Like I said the other day, she wasn't quite acting right. She is eating, but she's not eating near as much as I think she should be. So I'm going to see about maybe giving her some electrolytes. I'll look and see kind of what else maybe I need to give her to get her acting kind of normal again, feeling a little bit better. And like I said, she didn't have a fever or anything yesterday. She does not have her goopy eyes or anything this morning. So maybe she's starting to feel a little bit better after kidding, and she's just, you know, her body's got to start kicking and making the milk. So we'll see what they weigh. Cupid's babies seem pretty happy. We'll see what they weigh today. And she appears to have plenty of milk, but I haven't tried to milk her at all to make sure that there is still milk there. A lot of times after they kid, their udder has some edema, some swelling, so it looks full, but sometimes it's not. So we will see what they weigh and go from there. We're going to start with Fergie's kids. Hi, lady. Doesn't really feel like she has milk in there. You've got shavings all over your face, little girl. I think you are pulled. I'm just going to take her for a second. You can have her right back. So I don't remember. I think she was like 3.1 when she was born. I weighed him the other day. She was like 3.25 or something close to that. I'll have to go back and look at my notes. I know. These guys still fit in the bucket a little better. Bend your front legs. You got to keep that back leg in there too, lady. Okay. So she's 3.3. So if my 3.25 that I remember is correct, she has only gained 0.05 since yesterday. Huh. Yeah, it's okay. So if my numbers are right, I will probably be supplementing. Let's see what the buckling weighs. Yeah, see, she's trying to go straight to nursing. Her tail starts to wag just a little bit, and then it stops and she kind of bumps. And I don't think she's getting anything. Again, I have to check my notes. I think maybe he was like 3.45, 3.4. And like I said, he had not gained at all in that first day. Hey! Hey! Whoa, bud. .5. So I'll go back and check my notes. But I would have expected them to both be larger than that already at 2 days old. And their bellies, oh, I feel like I have to sneeze. Their bellies should feel full, and neither one of them really feel full. So I'll check my records. More than likely I'll bring a bottle out and try to get both of them to take a bottle. Yeah, see, he's trying to eat just with my hands there. He is horned, so he will have to be disbudded at 7 to 10 days old. Now we'll weigh Cupid's babies that were born yesterday afternoon. And I do not remember what they weighed. I will definitely have to go back and look at my notes. This is the little buckling. Came out breech butt first. I had to get a hold of a leg in order to help get him pulled out. Can you say hi? Hey! Relax, buddy. I think he has blue eyes, but it's hard to tell in here. Okay. Oh my goodness! So the buckling has more brown and black on him. They are both just a buckskin with extensive white overlay. He is 3.55. I'll have to go back and see what he was yesterday. But I'm pretty sure, I think he's gained. Hey! I think he's gained. Hey, hey! What's with the screaming? Looks like he's got blue eyes. We'll have to see. And he is pulled, so no disbudding for him. Here you go, Mom. Give him back. This is the little girl. I know she did weigh less than him yesterday. And you can't really tell it, but she is buckskin with extensive white overlay also. She does have the bars down the front of her legs. I think she is brown-eyed. Huh. Little, hey. Little brown spot there. A little bit of coloring on her neck and back. Down by her feet. Hi. What are you doing? Okay, let's see what she weighs. It's not yours, Fergie. You have yours. Hey. Bend those fronts, okay? No, you got to get your bottom down in there or you're going to fall out. It doesn't work that way. There you go, that's better. So she is, let's get it to stop, 3.45 pounds. So, check my records, but I think she's eating better than he is. Huh. What do you think? So, Fergie and Cupid's babies will not start the Calf Pro until they're a week old. Here you go. I'll get both of them fresh water. They have plenty of hay. I gave them both their grain while I was milking the others. So they've had some breakfast. Moscato's eating her breakfast. Still full ligaments for her. I did check Karma. I'll check her again when she comes out for her breakfast, but she still had full ligaments. So I don't think Karma's going to make her Valentine's Day due date, but that's okay. Baby or babies are not done. They're not done. Hi, Shugs. So I did bring Fergie out and did manage to massage her udder a little bit and bump it and bring down, I don't know, maybe an ounce. So we will bring a bottle out for her kids. I did end up milking out Cupid a little bit also. Her kids were emptying her right side and her left was still full, not full, like completely full, but it was still pretty full. I got probably just over a cup, maybe a cup and a quarter, I don't know. These jars don't have measurements on them, but this was from Cupid, so I'll freeze that. And this was my milking from Treble. Treble was just under 4 cups, probably about 3 3/4. And the rest was from a Pawnee. So I will go in and thaw out some milk, probably from Treble or a Pawnee that I had from a few weeks ago when they were just a couple days fresh, and I will get that warmed up for Fergie's kids, and we'll bring that back out and try to give them a bottle. They typically don't like it in the very beginning, but once they realize they get milk from it, then they tend to be a little bit happier. Well, I came inside and started looking in my records, and Fergie's buck was 3.45 pounds when he was born. Yesterday he was 3.45 pounds, and today he was 3.5 pounds. So he has only gained 0.05 pounds. And Fergie's doe was 3.1 pounds. Yesterday was 3.25, and today was 3.3. So she has only gained 0.2 pounds. So I have 6 milk cubes that I have frozen. These were Trebles, I don't know, I think about 2 or 3 days into her lactation. So, Joseph, leave the cat alone. So these will be about the same time frame as what Fergie's kids are for milk. So I'm going to warm that on the stove. It's just the bottle in some water in a pan. And I have collars for Fergie's and Cupid's kids. This is the top to my bottle. And then the nipples that we use if we do bottle feed. These go on our, it's called a lamb bar, so into a bucket with tubes that go down into the bottom. So if they do have to continue to be bottle fed, eventually they will switch over to the lamb bar and get milk twice a day. They can drink whatever they want out of that. So I'm going to get that started. I'm going to put Cupid's milk into the ice cube tray. We're going to just turn this on low and let it slowly warm up. Try not to melt my bottle. I'll put this away. Oh, I did look and see Cupid's buckling was born at 3.35 pounds and he is 3.55 pounds this morning, so he's already in less than 24 hours gained 0.2 pounds. And her doe was 3 pounds even, and she is 3.45, so she's gained almost a half a pound in less than 24 hours. So that really tells me that Fergie's kids are not getting enough to eat. They will definitely get some bottles until she can start producing a little bit more. So I am going to take Joey's harassing Mater the cat. Leave him alone. So I'm just going to take this, and it's already been filtered outside when I milked. Colostrum is always more yellow, kind of golden color. And this is less than 24 hours, so it's not really 100% colostrum. They start to make regular milk after a little bit also. So I'm just going to try to even those out a little bit. I didn't measure that to see exactly how much there was, but that was probably just over a cup's worth of milk. Fits into 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 ice cubes. So I'll put that in the freezer. Once they're frozen, I'll take them out, pop them out of there and put them in a bag and stick them in the deep freezer. With the rest of the milk, I'll mark it as less than 24 hours into their lactation on the bag so that I know where it's at. And then that way if I need milk, depending on what I need, I know which bag to thaw from. Well, that didn't take very long. I've got the milk, I got a little bit warmer than what it needs to be. Let's see, those 6 cubes gave us 4 ounces of milk. So I want the milk to be 103 degrees. So I have it right now. It is 104, 105. About 105 degrees, so it's still slightly warm. So I've just kind of been swishing it. I had a little warmer than that, letting it cool off a little bit. I wanted 103 for the kids. I'm sure by the time I put the top on this and get it out to the kids, it'll be cool enough, but I'm just going to set it to the side for a minute. So I just take a Ziploc bag with the date, and I just do February, whatever month it is. So February of 23, and this is bag number 2 for February. Take my ice cubes. This is all just from Treble and Apani. This was from when they still had colostrum in their milk before we started saving it for ourselves. So that is a gallon Ziploc. With 3 trays of milk cubes in it. And I figured while I was waiting for that milk to cool off, let me go put this in the freezer. I will show you the rest of my kind of kidding records. Every year I change them just a little bit to edit them, to add things or take things out that I don't need. So this is my kind of breeding planner. I found this online. I'll have to look and see exactly where I got it from. But I just always put whatever year it is, the doe's name, the breeding date, so whatever dates they were in with the buck. If I saw them bred or they had a dirty butt, we call it muck butt, which means that they were most likely bred. And the buck they were bred to, sometimes I'll put, you know, if they're 30 or 40 days out, kind of when I should ultrasound them to check their estimated due dates, and then I will go and put what date that they kidded. Just that way when I put this in my records, I can go back through the years past and see who had what. So like a Pawnee, I saw her bred on 9/6. So she would have been due on February 2nd. Well, she actually kidded on 1/26. So either she was bred earlier than that I didn't see, or she went slightly early. Which that would be 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. That would have been 7 days early. So more than likely her kids were large enough that she was probably bred before that date and I just didn't see it. And then I keep my kidding records. This is from the same place that I got the breeding planner. So this just shows, it says name, I just put the kid's identifying tattoo there. I like to put the time they were born, the date they were born, how much they weighed at birth, their sex, the cross for parents, and then the tattoo really would be what I put for their name, but I just put any notes over here. And then if we do end up keeping them, I'll put a check mark here. Or if we sell them, I might write who they were sold to. Then this chart is just an Excel spreadsheet that I made, and I do need to edit it again. I need to add the date that the doe had their CD&T before they delivered. Then I put the doe's name, the date they delivered, list all of her kids here, and I put the sex next to it. Day 1, I do worm the doe, typically with Valbazen. So I write everything in pencil until it actually gets done, then I erase it and put it in pen. That way I don't necessarily get 100% to the day, depending on how many kids or what we've got going on. Then we disbud 7 to 10 days. Sometimes it's a little bit longer depending on, like the doelings sometimes aren't quite ready in that time frame. So then I'll erase it and write it down in pen on what day it was actually done. I've got Calf Pro written above all of these up here because they start at 1 week old, which would be day 7. So I need to figure out how I'm going to add that, or maybe I'll just write it next to it each week at, you know, what their dosage is. At about 2 weeks, we start milking once a day, unless they're like Treble. She had a single. And then I will start milking pretty much from the time they're born, because the baby typically will not be able to drink all of the milk that the mom is producing. Week 3, we do their first CD&T vaccine. This coccidia was giving either, I don't ever pronounce it right, toltrazuril or sulfamed. this year we're gonna try the Calf Pro and see if we can have a little bit better luck at preventing the coccidia. Week 4 is if I worm with Ivomec, I'll trim the baby's feet. Week 6, again, CD and T. We don't need the coccidia because we're doing Calf Pro. At 8 weeks, presuming their ears are large enough, we will tattoo, we'll trim feet, and then we may worm with Safeguard. Actually, this week 9 I can get rid of because our coccidia is going to be a daily thing for the preventative. And 12 weeks out, if they're still here with us, they may get an Ivomec wormer and feet trimmed again. So pretty much I just keep track of every doe that kids and all of her kids' information, and then as it gets done, you know, I pencil it in to give me kind of an estimated date as it gets done. Then I finish it off in pen. Then these are the same sheets that we were looking at earlier for weights on Fergie's kids. This is pretty much just their health notes that they'll either go home with a copy of this when they are purchased, or this goes into my records. It's just all their health notes the entire time they're here. The back side of it, if they stay, we'll get a copy of this on it also. I put their name, their ID, which is just their tattoos. This is a Pawnee doe, so she is R1. R is for 2023. She was the first kid born. And then 3IA3 is our herd tattoo for ADGA and AGS. ADGA is the American Dairy Goat Association, and AGS is the American Goat Society. So currently almost all of our goats are registered with ADGA. I have I think 4 of them that will have to be registered with AGS because ADGA is kind of a hot mess right now and they cannot register kids currently with their new program that have AGS registered parents. So eventually all of our goats will be dual registered with both registries. So then I just put a little note on buck or doe and what their coat color and pattern is. The date is just anytime we do anything. This is the date they were born, the time, the weight that their cord was dipped, and mother, father, and then the date that the mom had the CD and T before delivery. So this is where I just keep track of all their weights, any of the coccidia prevention, any wormers, when we disbud them, that will all be written in here. I haven't gotten to putting disbudding in here, but it's in my other chart, and I will copy everything from my other chart into here. So I just have one of those for each kid. I have one of these for each adult that I have, and that is just how I keep track of stuff. So here I just made a note of Fergie's kids, what they weighed today, 3.5 for the buck, 3.3 for the doe, and I want their milk at 103 degrees, and then every 24 hours, this is 15% of their body weight, 20% of their body weight. You gotta kind of, depending on how they're gaining, kind of pick in that that amount what you want to feed them. So at 3 pounds they should be getting between 7.2 ounces and 9.6 ounces, but that is over a 24-hour time period. So we need to split that up between, you know, say 4 milkings, but they are also getting some milk from mom. So I'm just going to take the bottle out. I am going to let them choose kind of how much. It's going to take them a little bit to get used to the nipple on the bottle and learn that milk comes from there. So we're right about 100. We're a little bit cooler than what we want it at, but that will be all right for them. So I'm going to put my thermometer away. I am going to try to get this nipple on this bottle top. It's not a screw top, so it's harder. This does have a one-way valve in it, so they have to suck on the nipple in order for the milk to come out. We're going to put that on there, and we're going to take that 4 ounces out and see how they do with that. I'll keep track of this paper just to kind of write down how much they eat, and we will take their collars out and put them on as well. And then I think we will let Fergie's kids and Fergie out with the rest of the herd for the day and probably put them back in tonight. Oh, just as we're starting to dry out, it's starting to rain again. You guys hiding from the rain? So I don't think we're gonna let Fergie's kids and Fergie out today for the day, because I would prefer to not have them out in the rain. I will put all my stuff down and we will see if we can get them to take a bottle. Her doeling is there trying to eat. Her buckling is laying over here in the corner, so let's see. We'll start with the buckling since he seems to be eating less. You got shavings all over you, sir. Now, they never liked this to begin with. Once they realize that there's milk in it, they usually start drinking right away. I know. So he's kind of moving his tongue. There he goes. Got a milk bubble. Come on, one more time. Fergie, please. There you go, he figured it out. Now the nipple on this bottle is obviously a little more stiff than her teat is, so it's going to take him a little bit to get used to it. But it's Fergie, it is not for you. As soon as he figured out there was milk in it, he started sucking it down. There he goes again. And he takes a break. He's had about a half an ounce or so. Fergie, it's not for you. Alright, your sister's trying to get milk from Mom. Shall we try her next? Probably had about a half an ounce. Your belly is definitely fuller than your brother's. We'll try to give you some, and then we'll give him some more. Fergie, don't eat my fingers. She's trying to push it around with her tongue. She's not sure. Huh. I know. You were something else. You were going to be a handful, I think. And this is Jason's favorite line of goats. That's his Foxy, it's Fergie's mom. It's his baby. But Little Bits, just Fergie's older sister, that's Jason's baby, for sure. So see, the buckling is still hungry. He's down here trying to eat from Mom. So he's still really trying from Mom down there, back and forth from teat to teat. So we're definitely going to have to, I know, pick him back up here and try to get him some more. She is not having anything to do with that bottle. What do you think, sir? You want to try just a little bit more? It's not for you, Fergie. There he goes. See, she's down there trying to eat again. I think I'll leave him. He probably got an ounce and a half. And there he goes again. I wish I could get her to latch onto the nipple just a little bit. She's down here trying to eat from Mom. At least I know he's getting some. He's gained less than she has, so. All right, last time. I know, last time. And then I'll come back in a little while. No? Okay. So, they got about 2 ounces. I think he got most of that. She got just a little bit. We'll come back out in a few hours and try to give them some more. I almost forgot I had their collars to put on. Oh! Yeah, these are not for you to eat. Oh, yeah. His belly is definitely full now. You can see how round it is. Hey, relax. I put his on a little bit loose compared to what I did the first 3 to start with. It shouldn't go over his head. Shouldn't be able to, there's really nothing to get stuck in it. She just pottied, so I know she's drinking. Okay. Miss. Oh, you are a handful. Just a minute. Can I... Gotta get it straight so it doesn't stick to your fur. There you go. Okay. They're done. We'll go put Cupid's kids on. Okay. The buckling first. The buckling, has more black and brown on him, down his back and his legs. Just a minute, sir. Hey, hey, whoa. We gotta get this without getting your fur in it. Trying to leave them a little more loose than the first ones that I did because they grow so fast when they're so small. I don't mind changing them once a week or whatever it needs to be, but if they can last a little bit longer, that would be nice. Like I said, it's my first time using these, so I wasn't sure how often we would have to change them. There you go. Got hay stuck on your tail. Trouble's still eating. The other 2 are over here climbing on little bits. It's kind of hard to see on the other side of the little kid pen I put up there. Is you following me, Abel? Oh, it's about, I don't know, probably 10:15, 10:30 p.m. I got a big storm blowing in. But I am on my way out to the goat shed to do my nighttime chores. Do one last check of the does. And put babies up. Put some lights on here. There we go. Put Treble and Apani's babies up. And milk them out. Hi, Cupid. Who's yelling at me in here? Trouble's yelling at me. She wants milk and dinner. How you doing, Karma? Oh. To find Moscato and check on her. What's up, little bits? Little bits. You hiding over there? We'll put the babies in their pen. I'll make sure that they get up and eat first. Apani's are over there in the hay feeder sleeping. So, Treble's little girl is up, which means I'm sure she's already been eating. We'll get her milked out. Get Apani's babies up, get them up to eat before I milk her out. She doesn't usually have much left. And then we'll just do a quick check of Karma and Moscato. She must be outside. Fix their stool that they keep knocking over. I'll probably take their upper door and put it on. It's already windy, but it's supposed to get super windy. I think gusts it set up to like 45 miles an hour, so close it up as much as we can. They can still get in and out the bottom. So. Well, I got everybody, hi Ritz, ready for the night. Babies are all hunkering down in their kid lid. That's my sweatshirt, Ritz, thank you. Checked Karma and Moscato, they're still good for the night. Cupid, her two babies were just eating. Fergie, her two babies back there. They tried to eat from her a little bit. I think she just might have kind of a congested udder. It's just milk's not letting down. So rubbed a little bit of like peppermint balm stuff on her. Tried to milk her a little bit. Tried to give the babies a bottle, but they weren't really into it. They each got a little bit, but not much. Obviously they're getting enough because they're bouncing. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. It started pouring outside and got super windy while I was milking. Must not be raining right now because the ladies are out eating hay. So we'll head back in the house. Ooh. In the dark. Maybe I can find my flashlight. All right. Here's some of the ladies. Let's see where the big dogs are. They're both in the topper. Well, that's it, guys. Have a good day. See you on the next one.